Wow. That focus. 51 dislikes. I did not expect the video to take off quite that quite that much. Our commenters, apparently it sounds, from what I can gather, hold on here. Hey, from what I can gather, it sounds like you guys are commenting from like some university econ book or your econ professor. um, hey, whatever. I do not hide the fact that, hey, I'm just a guy who never really got the chance to finish high school. I say that. I don't say dropout. I just didn't get the chance to finish high school. Anyway. Yeah, so what I'm gathering, what am I reading here in these comments? And by the way, I even though we're disagreeing, I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate the feedback. You know, hey, keep it coming. Let's see. We got one that says, "I think the mass majority will benefit from it most." I have stopped and given thought to that. I guess 1990s. You know, Amir would have benefited from it. Uh, but of course, although if this would have been rolled out in 1992, I don't think we would be offered $1,000. We probably would have been offered something like $400. So, you know, uh, although, let's see. If that would have been it, then I would have been, because back then I worked, so I would have been $400 richer. However, that takes me to my next great concern. However, before I go to the bailout concern, I just want to read a little bit more here. Let's see. We got one that says the guy wants to give you $1,000 a month. Take it now. If you have nothing, that's just it. I don't have nothing. And it would be basically an even exchange. Tell me how you would feel about that. So, we are stranded on a desert island. Okay. And we've been there for years, working together. We got the whole Robinson Crusoe thing going on. We got the whole Gilligan Island village going on. We worked together and we did this thing because we had nothing, and you get what I'm saying. And then all of a sudden, a cruise ship comes along and it says, we're going to take you all back to civilization if you have your boarding pass. Boarding pass? What do you mean? Our ship crashed and we washed ashore like 5 years ago. What are you talking about? Well, we don't want to remove anybody that's indigenous to this island. So unless you got proof, unless you got your wallet, your boarding pass, and then what if our desert island Robinson Crusoe population, suddenly about half of us checked our pockets and ran back to our huts and hold on, I know I got something here. I didn't think I would ever have it. Maybe half of us held on to a keepsake of civilization. A keepsake. Half of us can leave the island, and the other half of us can't. How am I supposed to feel about that? Hey, you still got enough people left behind to continue your little tiki huts, right? You know what you're doing here. Eh, you're getting along okay. So what's the big deal, right? Is that right, Andrew? With my little disability tiki hut. Yeah, that's what we'll call it, a disability tiki hut. And I should make do with that. Hold on, I gotta tell this guy where he's going. Man, I swear, these idiots, they get frustrated because the door is locked at a certain hour. And I try to tell them, to go the other, and they just lose patience and push out the door. Anyway, how am I and everybody else that's left behind should feel about this? Hmm? Okay? The boat, burr, burr, it's about to push off with half the island's population, and the other half is left behind because we don't have a particular requirement. Okay? So that's what Andrew Yang's UBI does. It doesn't take everybody along for the ride. Okay, um, I understand he's offering it to everybody, but not everybody has to surrender the income that they currently have. Hmm. And like I say, there's probably a whole bunch of people down at the welfare department. I suppose they are enjoying this thought. Their $140, should he be elected, is about to turn into $1,000. Now, I also made an argument down in that comment section. It's a very valid argument too. Okay, people suddenly got a whole lot more money, but hello, you guys do understand I am currently homeless, right? Okay. When I take my disability check and I shop it around to different realtors, they tell me, sorry, it's not enough money. So, what makes you think your UBI is suddenly going to be enough money? Money's money. That's kind of where I'm a little bit confused, this whole stigma thing. What do you mean, stigma? Money's money, trust me. Old Shylock doesn't give a shit where it comes from, alright? As long as it's green and it spends, as long as the rent check clears, man, he doesn't give a fuck where it came from. You dig what I'm saying? Okay, whether it's UBI, disability, welfare, housing voucher, as long as the check clears, that's all the hell he cares about. But yeah, so my disability, it just simply isn't enough. And that is correct. It's not enough. It's not like I can argue and say the realtor was being unfair. No, no, they weren't. Because it would have taken the entire check, all of it. How am I going to pay utilities? How am I going to buy food? How am I going to buy simple everyday things? Huh? Huh? Hmm? Hey man, it's not just the boots. Okay? It's been years since I bought new clothing. I need new everything. I'm not just talking cycling clothing too. Come on, this isn't cycling. What my hoodie isn't? Can you see it? Is it focusing? I'm starting to come apart here. It's all tattered, and I gotta show it to you. See, it's see my. Can you see it? See? Is it focusing? You know, I got holes in my, so basically I'm a tattered mess. Okay, that's the overall. So no, the realtor isn't being persnickety. Even if I would be crazy enough to give the entire disability check to them for to pay rent, and even that would only last a year or two. Remember, rental increases. Eventually, I wouldn't be able to pay the rental increases any longer. So I'm sorry, your UBI alone. So everybody who is on Skid Row, Skid Row, Jesus, he Andrew Yang would have to dole out something like $5,000 to $6,000 per month, okay, to get people off of Skid Row. That's how bad shit is down in California and San Diego and all them places, the Bay Area, San Francisco. Jesus God, the rent is just crazy high. But yeah, for the rest of the country, you're gonna need more than your $1,000 UBI. So you're going to have a lot more money. You're going to be able to do more. And that's kind of the point of an unrealistic, what kind of time do I got here? I'm good. An unrealistic understanding of the population and its finances in regards to UBI. Take the 1992, 94, 90, whatever version of me. Back when I was working, renting rooms, okay? Room rentals is before our mortgage meltdown, and room rentals were much more affordable. Like I said, I also rented with a lot of senior citizens. They weren't trying to gut you, man. They were just happy to have a nice, safe, and sane, quiet renter. They enjoyed having a young person around, makes them feel young. And I enjoyed sitting with them, either in the living room or on the front porch. And we'd sit and we'd chit chat. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. But yeah, I guess I do kind of miss my senior citizens a little bit. Kind of miss chit chatting and talking. They had great stories. Anyway, um, back in the early 90s, would it surprise you that it wasn't an everyday thing, or even an every week thing, but every now and then I would pop into JoJo's. Oh, JoJo's. JoJo's there in Pleasantville. And I would order up a sumptuous feast. I'd make my own little surf and turf. The filet mignon dinner, and I would order the stuffed shrimp parmesan dinner. The two dinners, and oh my goodness, that was some incredible food. And if I was really feeling frisky and maybe worked a little overtime, I would also order a nice Cabernet that paired well with dessert. I'd have a glass with dinner and a glass with dessert. Um, I think it cost maybe like $11 a glass for wine. Um, Dessert, the cheesecake, sweet Jesus. Joe's wife, Dawn. Dawn, I love you, hon, because I know Joe knows about the channel and the family. They know about the channel because I got arrested in their parking lot there in Pleasantville, the Pleasantville arrest and whatnot. So I know they know about the channel. Dawn, I love you, hon. God bless to you and the family. People, Dawn's cheesecake has to be experienced to be believed. It's the kind of rich, it is rich. It is so rich and so creamy, and it's like that first bite you put the fork and you put it in and you just kind of and the fork just kind of hangs there. Oh, you don't want to pull it out. Oh God, it's woo. It's expensive, but it is worth it. It's like $6 a slice, or at least it was back then. I don't know if it's increased in price or not. But the point. Let me get to my point. Um, I could treat myself like that, and I still couldn't afford an apartment. I understand a lot of you guys are, some of you might say, well, that's what you were doing wrong. Don't buy those types of things. Save up your money and do like a starburst financing. Starburst financing doesn't, it's unreal. It's not practical, meaning you accumulate, you store up all this financial energy, your first and last month's rent, and of course, again, assuming the realtor will be willing to rent to you with your itty bitty hourly wage, okay? And you save it all up, and then boom, and you get into the place. But now, how do you keep the lease going, month to month, let alone year to year? Remember now, the money's all being vacuumed away in rent and utility and a bunch of other shit. So, anyway, because I didn't have the rent and I'd work my overtime and stuff like that, I could treat myself to these things. This is what UBI is talking about, okay? UBI seems to have this belief about the proletariat that all of our needs are met and all we really need is a little something extra to feel good, Feel good. For that, oh gee, I love that big screen TV. And the point that I'm making here, because I don't time I got here, I don't want to get too much time here. The point that I'm making is that Andrew Yang seems to believe that everybody's needs are already met. Matter of fact, he even said it in that segment piece that people would have to surrender entitlements that go to pay for basic needs, not luxury things, but basic needs. Okay, I don't know what that alarm was or whatnot. Anyway, basic needs, and he kind of said it kind of sheepishly. Did you pay attention? It's like he kind of knew that what he was saying was effed up. Um, and that his UBI just simply goes to put the frosting on the cake, basically. Unfortunately, the reality is our wage is so low and our basic needs are not being met. Hello, man living homeless in the wood. Our basic needs are not being met, that your UBI would not be gravy. It would not be frosting on the cake. It would be the cake itself. Hold on a second. The lady came and secured the front doors. Anyway, or to be more accurate, UBI is dessert, okay? That's the way it is being engineered by Andrew Yang. UBI is dessert. It's your cheesecake and wine. And believe me, as much as I love cheesecake and wine, it's not a necessity. I can get by without it. As a matter of fact, I can get by without filet mignon. Trust me, I have. Ooh. Oh my God, I wish I could go. It's been ages since I've treated myself like that. But I don't need filet mignon. I don't need shrimp parmesan to survive. I can, like I'm about to go in here now, and yeah, my surf and turf. What is it like the? What is it? Those frozen Salisbury steaks. That's my surf and turf. Maybe some popcorn shrimp, some frozen popcorn shrimp. That's about as surf and turfy as I get. But Andrew Yang, he has designed this to be dessert, and in his mind, in his model, in his economic model, oh well, what's the big deal? So some of the population just simply has to go without dessert. Wrong, Andrew. It is not dessert, okay? We need sustenance. We need the steak and potatoes. We need the dinner, god damn it. Um, like I said before, I'm not looking for UBI to give me a vacation in Mallorca. I just simply need the basics, and UBI doesn't give the basics to everybody. You would have to surrender half. And then that takes me to our final thing here. Even if, let's just say he does change. All right, all right, all right. I heard enough. Fuck it. Everybody gets UBI. That's all I got here. Was it 20? It's 20 minutes. Okay, I'm good. Let's say he says everybody gets UBI. That again is going to take us to our. Is this a weird angle? That's good enough. Rest my arm on something. Okay, so my disability plus UBI. That would be something of a game changer. But here's the thing, though. I would suddenly have money for an apartment and a car. But you know what? Well, no, 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 no. Because mine is disability, then yeah, I suppose I probably could be able to uh, buy pillars of the homestead. Am I saying that right? Pillars of the homestead. What I'm trying to get to here is that, like our Ronnie and the radio situation, um, if you use your UBI, your dual income, okay? If you're employed and you're using your dual income to give yourself finally the life that you've always deserved, like all of our employees here, they would be able to give themselves a liberated life. Nobody would end up rich, okay? But it would finally be a moment where the juggernaut's foot isn't on your neck, okay? But my God, what happens if '08 repeats itself? This is the thing in the comments section. None of you guys are explaining this. You just seem to have this fantasy. It would never happen again. What do you mean? You know, everything will be fine. And then I'm also hearing that with everybody getting all this extra money, that merchants are not going to raise prices. What planet do you come from? Yeah, they are. Yes, they are going to raise prices. Okay, you're deluding yourself if you think they're not. Um, they're going to raise everything that sells anything. Car prices are going to go up. Rental and interest rate, everything is going to go up. Okay, somebody was saying you got to print money, you know, in order to raise interest rates or print too much money. That might be one way of doing it, but let's just say, matter of fact, there was a couple of incidents of ATMs uh, or a bill breaker loaded wrong. Instead of dispensing smaller denomination bills, it was spitting out $100 bills. You put in $100 bill, it gave you five $100 bills, like that. Let's just say that was going on. Let's just say merchants caught wise of it in the area. They're gonna increase their prices. Wow, this guy is he's getting some money here, so I'm gonna increase my prices as well. It's a free economy. Hello, you are talking to the guy with the 1.5 million view video of being kicked out of Walmart. Not Walmart, but McDonald's, just for being homeless. I bought your stupid expensive fast food, and I still got kicked out. Free enterprise, free business. They can do whatever they want. What makes you think these people can't do whatever they want? Okay, they can do whatever they want. They can charge you whatever they want. In fact, there's a video on YouTube. Guy, he comes to places like this where they do receipt checking. That's what that thing does. It does receipt checking, and he has his little cameras and stuff rolling, and when the receipt checker goes to check, he says no. Anyway, it's a whole thing about racial discrimination and stuff like that. But the point is that They are correct now. Legally speaking, they are correct. Once I give you my money for your goods and services, that item is 100% mine. You can't tell me a goddamn thing what to do with it. And you can't hold me against my will in your establishment. Okay? That now, that being said, this establishment doesn't have to allow you back inside were you to be a habitual receipt checker refuser. You dig? And if they were to get, because he's kind of like a little movement he's trying to make, like, oh, I want everybody watching this, don't let them check your receipts, kind of like that. If you were to succeed in doing that, I don't think you thought it through, because there are dishonest. I understand you're not dishonest, but there are dishonest people out there who will start to steal shit, very expensive shit. Tell me, do you really think Walmart's gonna absorb that cost? Fuck no. You the consumer. We're gonna we're gonna raise prices since you the consumer wants your freedom and not have to check shit. Then fine. Now you're gonna pay for that freedom. So I'm afraid Andrew Yang's it does not raise all boats. It doesn't take everybody along on the boat ride, and it has no safety net. It has no. It would need a bailout. UBI is supposed to be a type of bailout itself, but the bailout could quite possibly end up needing an extremely trillion-dollar bailout should the '08, '09 mortgage meltdown or something akin to it ever happen again, where suddenly there are all these people who have lost their jobs. And remember now with the new UBI, what time have I got here? With the new UBI parameters, all those social safety nets have been completely dismantled, or very few people on them. Okay, okay. It's a recipe for disaster. It is a perfect storm brewing. Sweet Jesus, I get it. Hey, I'm right there with you. I'd love to have both sources of income too. But if, like Ronnie on the radio, man, you can't lose one of your sources of income. It's just that simple. You will be fucked. Matter of fact, Ron, he has kids too, man. It's not just yourself. He's got a kid. He's got a wife. He's got a family. He's got the whole damn thing, the whole picket fence, and the whole. So that's just one of those turd sandwiches you're gonna have to eat. And you know what? It's interesting because that was a turd sandwich that Ron was. He tied on the napkin and had the knife and fork in his hand. He was ready to eat his turd sandwich. And but in the '08, '09, where jobs were being eliminated, people were hungry for turd sandwiches. Yeah, I'll take a shit job. What happens when turd sandwich isn't on the menu and all you have is UBI? Total Control 871.